Hey guys, welcome to the 20th C programming tutorial, and in this tutorial I'm going to be showing you how to use functions. And functions will simply allow you to use the same code more than once. So let's just say that we wanted to make a function to print out onto the screen error. So the first step in creating a function is going above where it says int main right here. And then above here just go ahead and type out void, V-O-I-D. And then following this void keyword, go ahead and name your function. I'm just going to call my function print error, since that's what our function is going to do. And then following the name of our function, just go ahead and put 2 parentheses. And then after these parentheses, just go ahead and put 2 curly braces. And inside of these curly braces is where you're going to want to type all the code that you want your function to do. And we want our function to just print out onto the screen error. So I'm just going to say printf, since that's how we print stuff out onto the screen. And then I'm just going to type error and an exclamation point, and then go ahead and end the line with a /n. Alright, so now all that our print error function does is just print out onto the screen error. Now let's say that we wanted to use this code inside of here. We wanted it to print out onto the screen error. Well, what we can do is call this print error function. So inside of our main, we're just going to go ahead and type print error, followed by 2 parentheses, and then end the line with a semicolon. So what it's going to do here is just going to say print error. Then it's going to go ahead and find the function called print error, which is up here, and then it's going to go ahead and execute all the code inside of these 2 curly braces. So it's just going to print out onto the screen error. Then it's going to go ahead and exit the function, come back to this main, and then after this print error, so after it does the code inside of here, it's just going to go ahead and exit the program. Alright, so let's just go ahead and run this and make sure that it works. Yep, we got error out onto the screen. Perfect. Now let's say that we wanted to print error out onto the screen again. Well, instead of having to modify our function called print error, we can simply call this print error function twice. So we can just call it again, print error. Alright, so now what it's going to do is just going to print error once, so it's going to do the code in here once, and then it's going to go back and do the code inside of here again. So we're going to get 2 errors on our screen. Yep, error and error. Perfect. Alright, now let me go ahead and explain why we need to have this function above our main right here. Well, that's because if we were to put it below it, then our computer would have no idea what print error was. It would get to print error and be like, print error, I've never seen this before. So what we need to do is before main, we need to tell it that there's a function called print error. So above main, what we need to do is just type void print error, and then following that we just need to put 2 parentheses and end that with a semicolon. So basically what we're doing is we're telling the computer that there is a function called print error. So when it gets to this code right here, it already knows that there is a function called print error, so it won't give you an error. And doing this, so putting this stuff right here, this void print error and then the parentheses up above the main, is called prototyping your function. Alright, so now let's just go ahead and run this and make sure that it works. Alright, perfect. Yeah, we get error twice because we called this print error function twice inside of our main. And if we were to only call it once, we should only get error once. Yep, perfect. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this tutorial on functions. In the next tutorial, we're going to continue looking at functions since there's a whole lot you can do with them. Alright, so see you guys.